Hey Kelly. Okay, this is lesson 96. This is rate times time equals distance problems. I know that I haven't taught you rate times time equals distance, and I know that you've learned a different method, but I'm rogando you to try to do this method, because this method, Kelly, works for any kind of rate times time equals distance problem. If you decide that you don't like it and you want to go back to your way and your way is accurate, meaning you're getting the right answers and you understand why, cool. But try the method, porfa, because I think it really helps. Look at example 1. On Tuesday, so look, I put rate times distance, okay? So I know my equation is rate times time equals distance, and that's going to help me form my equations. So anytime you see rate times time equals distance, you set it up like this, with a line in between because we have two different columns, okay? On Tuesday, the express train made the trip in 12 hours. So that's time, and we're going to put express train up there. On Wednesday, the freight train, okay, made the trip in 16 hours. So that's the time for the freight train. Find the rate of each train if the rate of the freight train was 15 kilometers per hour less than the rate of the express train. So I'm just going to put rate minus 15, and then put this one as rate, okay? So I just use R for the rates, T for the time if I don't have anything, and D for the distance if I don't have anything. I don't put like little numbers down here or anything like that because really we don't need it, okay? The rate of the freight train was 15 less than the rate of the express train, so you just put R minus 15 and this is R, okay? The distance is the same, they're equal, so I put D and D for both of those because they're making the same trip, okay? And now I do my equations. I do this times this equals this because that's what the equation is, rate times time equals distance. You can just do it like that, right? So let's do R times 12 equals D. So I put 12R equals D. Then this times this equals this. So I put R minus 15 times 16. So R times 16 is 16R minus 15 times 16, which I don't know in my head. Negative 240 equals D, okay? And now we're gonna solve for R and D, just like X and Y. The nice thing over here, Kelly, is that D equals 12R, so I'm gonna substitute that in right here. So now I have 16R minus 240 equals 12R. I'm gonna move my 16R over here, that's negative 4R. And then so negative 240 equals negative 4R, I divide by negative 4, so R equals 60. Okay? What's it asking us for? It's asking us for the rate. So R equals 60, so that's the rate of the express train. And then F equals 60 minus 15, which is 45. So the rates are 45 and 60, and those are your answers. Okay? Stay with me. Por favor. Believe in me. Okay? Process that one, but I have example 2 and example 3 to do, and those are going to follow the same process. So here we go, let's do it. Okay, example 2. The members of the girls' club hiked to Lake Tenkiller at 2 miles per hour. We don't know what we're going to put up here yet because I don't know what they're comparing. Mr. Ali gave them a ride back home at 12 miles per hour. Okay, so now we know. This is when they walked, and this is when they were in a car. So we'll put car. Find their hiking time if it was 5 hours longer than their riding time. Oh, hiking, here we go. We'll put H here. Okay, their hiking time was 5 hours longer, so we're going to put time plus 5 because this is time. This time was 5 hours longer than this time right here. But it was the same distance. Okay? So here we go. Let's set up our equations. 2 times t plus 5 is going to be 2t plus 10, because it's 2 times t and 2 times 5 equals d. And then 12t equals d. So we're just going to substitute this in here. 2t plus 10 equals 12t. Then we solve for t. T is 1. Can you believe that? T is 1. So this is 1, and then 1 plus 5 is 6. So their times were find their hiking time, it was 6 hours. Oh, pardon, it says find how far it was. Whoops. Okay, find how far it was. Well, here we go. That means that we're looking for the distance. Well, that one's going to be really easy, Kelly, because it's now going to be 12 times 1. So the hiking time was, the distance was 12 miles. 12 times 1, because 12 times the time equals your distance. Okay, stay with me. Here's example 3. Durant drove to the oasis in 2 hours. Madkill walked to the oasis in 10 hours. So we have Durant and Madkill. You have to find what they're comparing, right? How far is it to the oasis if Durant drove 16 miles per hour faster than Medill walked? So we have Medill is the rate, and then this is the rate plus 16. Okay, 16 miles per hour faster. And we know that the distance is the same because it's the same trip. So here we go. Let's set up our equations. We have r plus 16 times 2 is 2r. Plus 32, 16 times 2 equals d, and then 10r equals d. So we're going to, because that's r times 10. We're going to substitute in 10r here. So we have 2r plus 32 equals 10r, minus 2r here equals 8r, 32, so that's divided by 8, r equals 4. But it's not asking us for that, it's asking us for our distance. So 4 times 10 equals 40. And there is your distance. Okay, let's just go ahead, you stop the video, try the practice, then I'm going to do the practice with you so you can see the process again before I give you the answer. Okay, here we go. Candid and Pangloss walked to the site of the disaster in 9 hours. The next morning they jogged back 3 hours. So we have 9 hours for the first one where they walked, and then they jogged for 3 hours. How far did they jog if they jogged, so the distance is the same, if they jogged 4 miles per hour faster than they walked? So walked is your rate and jogged is r plus 4, okay? And then we just solve for it. We have 9r equals d. We have 3r plus 12 equals d. We're going to substitute 9r in for d, so we have 3r plus 12 equals 9r. Minus 3r gives us 6r. Equals 12, divided by 6, r equals 2. Put that in for the easiest one. 2 times 9 equals 18, and that is your distance. Okay? Let me know if you need any help. I'd be glad to do that a little bit slower or walk you through the problems in the homework, okay? Thanks, Kelly. Bye.